January 17, 1950, 7:10 p.m., Boston, Massachusetts. 7 men wearing Halloween masks, chauffeur caps, and peacoats walk into Brink's armored car depot. They've spent 3 years planning this moment. They've stolen every lock in the building, made duplicate keys, and rehearsed the heist at least 6 times. In just 17 minutes, they'll steal $2.7 million, equivalent to $35 million today, making it the largest robbery in American history. The FBI will call it the crime of the century. But here's the terrifying part. They almost got away with it completely. For 6 years, not a single arrest, not a single clue, until one gang member's betrayal brought down the entire operation. And it happened just 11 days before the statute of limitations expired. This is What If. Let me take you back to 1947. A career criminal named Anthony Fats Pino gets an idea that will change crime history. Rob the Brink's building, which stores millions every night. But he doesn't rush in. For the next 3 years, he assembles a crew of 11 professional thieves and studies the building like scientists. They case the building for months, discovering the vault is open for just 30 minutes each night. Then, they do the unthinkable. They systematically steal every lock cylinder, have duplicate keys made, and return them without anyone noticing. They also steal vehicles for the job and rehearse the entire robbery at least 6 times. On January 17, 1950, everything is ready. A lookout on a nearby rooftop sees the vault open and signals with a flashlight. Go. 7:10 p.m. 7 men in rubber Halloween masks, peacoats, and rubber-soled shoes approach the Brink's building. Using their duplicate keys, they unlock door after door, penetrating the building without a single alarm. They burst into the counting room, bind and gag the 5 employees, and systematically loot the premises. In 17 minutes, they escape with $1.2 million in cash and $1.5 million in checks and money orders. They load the loot into a truck, drive to a safe house, and burn their disguises. By the time police arrive, the thieves are long gone. The only evidence left behind is a chauffeur's cap and some rope. Edgar Hoover takes over the investigation in what becomes the biggest manhunt in FBI history. And for 6 years, they find absolutely nothing. But here's what makes this story absolutely insane. The gang had a perfect plan and executed it flawlessly. So what went wrong? Before I reveal the betrayal that brought them all down, hit subscribe. We cover legendary heists, criminal masterminds, and the tiny mistakes that unravel perfect crimes. Every single week. Now, let's talk about greed, betrayal, and a statute of limitations ticking down. After the robbery, the gang is sitting on $1.2 million in cash, but they can't spend it. The serial numbers are traceable. They agree to lay low and wait for the 6-year statute of limitations to expire. But greed immediately tears them apart. Gang member Joseph Specs. O'Keefe gives his share to another member for safekeeping while he goes to prison. When he gets out, that member claims he doesn't have the money. Furious, O'Keefe kidnaps another gang member to demand his share. The gang's solution? Kill him. They hire a hitman who miraculously fails to murder O'Keefe. Now fearing for his life and betrayed by his own crew, O'Keefe makes a decision that will bring down the entire operation. He contacts the FBI. January 6, 1956. Joseph Specs. O'Keefe walks into FBI headquarters and tells them everything. It's been 2,180 days since the robbery. The statute of limitations expires in 11 days. The FBI moves fast. On January 12, 1956, just 5 days before the statute would expire, they arrest 8 members of the gang. All 8 are convicted and sentenced to life in prison. O'Keefe, who cooperated, gets only 4 years. But here's the kicker. Of the $2.7 million stolen, less than $60,000 is ever recovered. The rest is gone forever, with most gang members claiming they'd been cheated out of their shares. So here's the ultimate what if. What if the gang had honored their agreement? What if they hadn't tried to murder O'Keefe? They were 11 days away from total freedom. 11 days from the statute of limitations expiring. If O'Keefe had stayed silent for less than 2 more weeks, every member would have walked away legally untouchable with millions. But greed destroyed them. Not the FBI. Not brilliant detective work. Just simple, stupid greed and betrayal. The Great Brink's robbery remains one of the most meticulously planned heists in history, and it changed security forever, leading to time-delay vault locks and upgraded alarms. Most of the gang members died in prison, their perfect crime undone by human nature. January 17, 1950. 7 men in Halloween masks stole $2.7 million in 17 minutes. They had the perfect plan and were 11 days away from getting away with it forever when one betrayal brought everything crashing down. What would you have done? Would you have trusted your partners? Let me know in the comments. If this legendary heist fascinated you, smash that subscribe button. Next week, the prisoner who faked his own death and lived free for 20 years before his past caught up with him. You won't believe how he pulled it off. Until next time, keep asking what if.